So welcome back to the channel and welcome to beautiful Tuscany. So I'm driving around here. This is the road that I drove yesterday with my wife and kids, and I pinpointed a couple of locations that looked pretty promising, but it's a bit of a race against time. So sunset is at 8 o'clock here, 8 p.m. and I just drove from my house at 7 p.m. and when I arrive there it leaves me about half an hour of photography. And the only problem is that for the next few days there is some absolute terrible weather predicted here in this region. And the first of that weather is gonna hit around sunset tonight. So I am just hoping that I am gonna get some beautiful light and that the sun isn't gonna disappear behind a cloud or something. So let's head on to one of the first stops that I noticed yesterday and see if I can get a nice image there. Oh, look at that light. So just look at that landscape behind me. Amazing here in Tuscany. And last year I was in Tuscany also, but in that area there were more wine stocks everywhere. So it wasn't those open fields that I hoped to find. So this year I moved a little bit more to the coast, and I know all photographers go to the Val d'Or area near Siena, Pienza, that region. But what's the fun in doing what everyone else is doing? So I'm just looking for some different shots. It's not completely true. First priority on this holiday is a nice location for my kids and my wife. And then second, I was looking, okay, what's a nice area for me to photograph in? And then I found this place quite close to the town Volterra. And yesterday we drove around here and it just looked really promising. So let me quickly take some shots because the sun is gonna disappear behind that cloud in a couple of seconds. So let me do my thing here. Some beautiful light at the moment with all these greens giving all these different colors. I'm leaving the sun out of the frame. So let me show you this shot, what I'm shooting right now. So this is what I am framing up. You can see all these beautiful greens in my foreground. All these different layers of greens, and this village is going to be my central part in the frame. If I go up a little bit too much, I'm shooting straight in the sun. So that's definitely not going to work. And there are some more compositions here also on this side. You can see here is a nice building, and a little bit more to this side you also have a nice shot. Maybe I'll include the road over there. But as long as I have some sunlight, I'm going to take this shot. And you can see those clouds, that's where that heavy rain is coming from. So this might even be the last shot of the day. There's another location a couple of kilometers down the road here that I definitely hope to visit. It's a little bit higher up and that might be interesting. But first things first, this is the shot. So I got back in the car and I'm driving towards the second destination here, the second stop that I want to visit. And the sun is now behind that cloud, so it gives me this 8-minute ride to get there. And let's pray that that cloud is gonna pass very soon. So it's quite a shame because the landscape is absolutely phenomenal, but at the moment the sun is behind that cloud that you can see on the horizon. Let me try to show you. So this is what I'm looking at, and the sun is around this place where that cloud is, and you can see that there is a big gap underneath that cloud. So hopefully, that's what I'm hoping for, is that the sun will get just a little last light from underneath those clouds, and it could create some absolute magic light. And there's a nice composition down here for a very large telephoto shot, so I'm gonna prepare myself for that shot. And I was doubting to drive further up into the town Volterra, but I'm not quite sure if that is a good idea, because if you look on this side, oh, let's have a look. Turn you around. Everything that's on that side is absolutely dark, and I can, real far in the distance, I can hear some thunder already, and that is the storm that's going to hit us tonight, and that's going to stay around here for about the next 2 days. So the people on the campground that we are staying, they warned us that it's going to get crazy here in the next couple of days. So yeah, that's my luck. But there's no better weather than bad weather. That's what they say in landscape photography. So let's hope that that is going to be the truth. So I'm going to prepare myself for some large telephoto shots. Yeah, and hopefully just a little bit of that light will come from underneath that cloud in a couple of minutes. Then I will be a very happy man. So let me show you this next shot on the back of the camera, and I was just hoping for that absolute gorgeous golden light hitting this scene, but the sky is completely covering up at the moment, so I'm afraid we're not gonna see that light. But let me show you the composition at least. I have to show you on the back of the camera because it doesn't work as a 16:9. So I've got one village over here, one here, and one in the top. So they go in a diagonal line, and then you have all these hills and patterns going into the back. And when that sun is gonna hit, you're gonna see all those layers and all these different colors green in those grasses between those cities. So this is gonna be my absolute priority shot. So I'm gonna leave this like I framed it up at the moment. Maybe zoom it in just a tiny bit at the moment. So something like this. I'm just gonna leave it like this. And hopefully that light will hit. So cross your fingers for me here. So that's it for bad luck, you know. The clouds just kept getting thicker and thicker, and no light is in the complete valley over here, nothing. So that's a shame actually. But hopefully I can try this shot again later this week, because I think it's absolutely worth it. So I am going to show you this shot and the one of those trees that I took at this moment. And yeah, you can see that without that light it's just a little bit of a flat image. I can do a little bit of fine tuning in post-processing probably, but it's just missing that golden soft touch to it that I was absolutely hoping for. So it's now about 10 minutes after sunset, at least after the point that the sunset is going over that mountain there. So we're not going to get any light in this valley anymore today. So yeah, that's a shame, but at least we got a couple of nice images down there, and yeah, we will try again later this week. But this is it with photography, you know. Sometimes you get epic stuff, sometimes you're just too late. Yeah, that's the hard reality of it actually. So yeah, let me figure out if there's something else to shoot here during the night. Maybe I'll drive into Volterra for a minute. But if I look around me, I hope you can see it on the camera. You can see that on the horizon, if I go 360 degrees, everywhere I look are enormously dark clouds. And it seems like I'm standing in the only open blue sky area here. Yeah, absolutely a gorgeous location, but it is a shame of that light. At the moment there is some light coming in these high clouds here. So the sun is shining above those clouds, so I might have a nice wide angle shot here. Don't know if it's gonna work, but I will have a look. You know, you have these olive trees down here. Might be nice as a subject with a beautiful sky above it. No idea. I'm gonna try. If this is gonna work, then you'll see it, or else you're gonna see me in a different location on another day during this trip. So yeah, let's head on. So eventually I decided to drive all the way up to the town of Volterra, and you have this beautiful view here that I saw a couple of days ago over all these rooftops, and you can still see a little bit of that sky up there and a little bit of the valley. But now all these lights are popping up in those houses, so I hope a couple of more will turn on in a couple of minutes. It's starting to get really dark, so that's what I'm actually hoping for, a lot of lights to turn on. But maybe there are not many people home, you know. It could be a lot of people are working probably here in the restaurants. But yeah, it is an amazing view here from the top of this city, looking down into the valley with those rooftops. So let me try to show you the composition here on the back of the camera. So this is the shot, and you can see all those lines from those roofs in the front are leading to the back with a little bit of green here. And I put that dome on the right top of the frame. You can see the dome right here. The only problem was I wanted to go wider with a 7mm, but that just isn't possible because the dome will change its shape. You know, it's not natural anymore. So this is the shot that I'm taking at the moment, a 5-second timer. And let's have a look. F8, 2 seconds, ISO 640. I might be able to lower that a little bit and get a bit of a longer exposure. Here, let's go to ISO 200 to reduce that noise. It gives me a 6-second exposure at the moment, and I think it looks pretty nice. So this might be the last shot. I can see some lightning on the horizon appearing at the moment. So yeah, I don't want to be here when the lightning is going to hit the city. I want to be way on my way back to the holiday home. So yeah, I don't know if this is the end of the video. No idea. Probably not. Didn't take many images, so it will probably continue on a different light. So yeah, this is the shot here from Volterra of all those rooftops. So I wouldn't be much of a landscape photographer, or at least OM system ambassador, if I wouldn't even try to photograph this lightning. So I stopped next to the road, and I have to be honest, I'm not a big fan of lightning, you know. I wouldn't say scared of it, but I definitely don't like it. So what I did, I positioned the camera just outside of the car, and I'm just here sitting in the safety of my own car. As far as I can see at the moment, it's still clear above me, but it's going crazy on the horizon here at the moment. So I'm using the 40-150, a larger telephoto, and there is a telephone pole or an electricity pole here in this open field that I'm using as some sort of interest in my foreground. And then I've put on the live composite on my OM-1. So right now I've set it to 8 minutes, so it's taking 8 60-second shots, and you can just see those lightnings hit up. Can you hear the thunder? This is crazy. I've never shot anything like this before, so this is the first attempt. The first shot has just finished, so yeah, that was 8 minutes, and now it's doing some sort of noise reduction. Don't know what that is, but it's gonna take another minute. So all in all, you need one dark frame. Then you've got these 8-minute live composite shots, and then 1 minute noise reduction. So that leaves 10 minutes of sitting here and doing nothing. So yeah, I was just calling my wife for a minute. She said I was totally crazy sitting here. So well, at least I kind of feel safe here, you know. So that's the most important. So yeah, I will make a video of live composite for the ones who are interested in it. Later on, it's a bit difficult to show you in the dark here, but you just put it in build mode, activate live composite. You can choose those frames, and the most important is you need a dark frame. So what didn't work in Switzerland last week or 2 weeks ago, I don't know when I released that video, did work in this shot. So it's now finished. So let me try to see this shot. Well, that's actually quite nice. Lots of lightning in it. I'm just going to do another one, you know, just because I can. So let's see. It's going to start with that dark frame again. Yeah, going to take another minute, and then after that, hopefully, lots of thunder or lightning actually will happen. So I'm actually using the same headlamp that I'm filming with right now to illuminate me, to every now and then light up this foreground. So put some light on this pole and these grasses. Hopefully it will light up a little bit in the frame. And the funny thing is that with this second shot, it seems like all the lightning is happening just on the left side of my frame. So that's a shame. So the storm is passing probably in that direction. So yeah, maybe I already got the best frame. So whatever, this is going to be the frame that I took here of the lightning. I hope it worked. Never did it before, so let's have a look. So that's it for today's video, and I have to admit, I chickened out. Really, I chickened out. You know, I said I wasn't afraid of lightning, but this was next level lightning. I've never experienced anything like this before. You know, that cloud was on the horizon all the time and I was in the clear. But within seconds, when I pushed the shutter for that last shot, absolute madness, hailstones, rain, thunder everywhere. So I quickly dragged the camera into the car, and I even I closed the door and I climbed over the middle of the car behind the steering wheel again to drive back home here. And it was total chaos. All fog above the road, thunder, rain. I don't know what that was, but at least I'm back here safe in my holiday home. And yeah, hopefully this weather is going to be better in the next week, but for the next 2 days it's going to be crazy, they say. So I hope you like this video. Totally different conditions from start to finish, totally different images. So yeah, I think well worth watching. So thanks for watching this one. If you like it, then please push that thumbs up button. You will massively help this channel to grow. And please leave a comment. I always like to engage with anyone watching this channel. Let me know if you've ever used live composite and yeah, what you think of it. And don't forget the subscribe button underneath this video here or here, I never know, but please push it, and I highly appreciate it. So thanks for watching, see you next time in the landscape, maybe here in Italy, I have no idea. See you then, bye bye.